And just on the vaccine, why is the TGA delaying emergency approval? What's the difference between an emergency approval and the final approval? Isn't an approval an approval? And if the timeline is still correct and we get an approval in January, why then will it take until March for the rollout? Isn't that just too long?
So firstly, the TGA is not delaying anything. There is no mechanism in Australia which is similar to the emergency approvals that have been put forward by other regulators. Just to be very clear, emergency approval is very different from a regular standard full approval. All of those emergency approvals that have happened overseas come with very strict guidelines about who can be given it, what sort of wraparound in terms of safety and so forth, and monitoring will happen. So it's a very different process. We don't have that process in Australia. We don't have an emergency here in Australia. In terms of when that approval will come forward, once we have all the information that we need to make that approval from the companies that are making these vaccines available, that will be very quickly but thoroughly looked at. And these are many, many pages of tens of thousands of pages of documents. So we have our team on standby right now. As soon as that arrives, we'll be looking at it. And that will be an independent regulator's approval process, as is the case with every vaccine and every new medicine in Australia.